kilometer region where they're at, just a giant block, and it'll give them a notification that they're being hunted, and you can go try to find them. I had squads hunt me unsuccessfully. I never went for hunting another squad because it was just too big of an unknown to push into these buildings without really knowing where they are. And you can use the money that you earn at buy stations that are all over the map. They're clearly marked on the map. You can see them on the mini-map. They glow. You walk up to these crates, open them up, and you can buy a variety of things. And I do want to note they make a noise when you open them. And once they've been opened, they stay open. So if you see one and you see that it's been opened, you know that another squad has been there. But the store is unlimited. Anybody and everybody can buy as much as they need. Some of the things you can buy are kill streaks, which we'll be talking about next. You can buy teammates back into the game. You can buy yourself self-revive kits. I think the only way to get the self-revive kits in the buy station, I don't think you can just pick them up on the map. You can buy drop kits, which we'll be talking about soon. You can buy more armor, more ammo. You can buy certain specialist abilities like Dead Silence or a trophy system. And this is a great system because it rewards you for participating, and you just always have a way to resupply and restock and take care of your team. And I think it's pretty nice, and in this game, more money is not more problems. You definitely want to have as much money as possible. Finally, let's talk about the kill streaks in Battle Royale. Yes, this Battle Royale has kill streaks, and they are not earned strictly for kills. You have to buy them from the buy stations like we talked about, which you'll probably get your money for by killing people, or you can find them laying around the map. However, I will say that they are super ultra rare around the map. They're a higher rarity than even the gold legendary items, so don't expect to see too many of them laying around. Sometimes you kill enemies and pick them up off of them though. And right now there are currently only 3 streaks that you can access. There is a UAV, which does not sweep the entire map, but rather about a 100-meter area around you so that you can see your immediate surroundings. A cluster strike, which works just like it does in multiplayer, and a precision airstrike, which also works just like it does in multiplayer. All 3 of these streaks can be extremely strong in the right situation. The UAV is probably the most underrated because it prevents people from sneaking up on you, it lets you clear buildings out of campers, and lets you push into the next zone more safely. Though people can shoot your UAV down with lock-on rocket launchers, but doing so would reveal their location. The other 2 are basically just big area of effect bombs that you blow people up with, and you can only carry 1 streak at a time. So if I'm carrying a precision airstrike, I can't carry a UAV or a cluster strike or vice versa. Each player gets 1 streak that they can carry. It's definitely very fun. It's definitely very satisfying. It kind of works within the mode, but my big fear for this mode, the biggest criticism, the biggest scare that I have for balancing concern is that once players get good and they kind of learn how to play, they're going to save a bunch of streaks for the end, and when it's in a tiny circle, it's just going to be airstrike, airstrike, bomb, 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 UAV, and it's going to be the last circle is going to be very difficult to survive in. So my advice to Infinity Ward was I thought that they should disable the streaks after a certain point, but we'll see how that pans out. And I think that my best advice for you is to save them for when you really need them and not just blow them for funsies. These are top tier, super important items, more important than anything else really, and you want to use them as tactically as possible. Speaking of items, let's talk about drop kits and a bunch of inventory stuff here as we're moving into the latter half of the video. You loot most of your gear just like a normal BR. You find it in crates or on the ground or from drops or whatever. It has rarity tiers from common, uncommon, epic, rare, legendary, and each one of these is just one more attachment on the weapon. The damage of the weapon, its range, its performance, all that stuff is unchanged. It's not like Fortnite where the gold scar deals more damage than the purple scar. Instead, you just have more attachments on your gun, which could be anything from extended mags or a thermal sight or something cool like that. The ammo that you pick up, thankfully, is generic ammo, so you're not really fiddling with 45 versus 40 caliber and 5.56 and stuff like that. You'll pick up generic assault rifle ammo, generic SMG ammo, pistol ammo, shotgun ammo, etc. It's a very simple system. You can rarely find gas masks on this map as a legendary item. We're going to save that for a different part of the video, but the gas masks are super useful. You can carry up to only 1 tactical and 1 lethal, unless you have the perk, which gives you more. So there's no crazy stacking like in Blackout or Apex. You can't just have 40 grenades to throw at people. Most players, unless they're running the perk, are going to have 1 of each, and if they have that perk, then they might have 2 of each, big whoops. You can't get spammed too hard. But what I really want to talk about is drop kits. Drop kits are an entirely different animal. You create your drop kits before the match starts, just like your regular multiplayer create a class system. And picking up a drop kit is the only way to get perks in this mode. You can't scavenge perks, you can't buy perks, you can only get them by earning a drop kit in some way. And the perks are, some are the same as multiplayer, some are a little different than multiplayer, but they're all still very useful. There's Ghost. Ghost keeps you off the UAVs. Hardline gives you, I think it's just cheaper to buy things. Point Man gives you more rewards for certain stashes and completing objectives. EOD gives you some explosive immunity. You can run Cold-Blooded so that you don't show up on thermal sights. And it's also one of a very few ways to get thermal sights on your weapons. There's a few legendary weapons that have thermal sights, but typically you're going